Awesome. Well, welcome to the call. My name is Abigail Poston, for those that don't know. And if you are watching this right now, you are here because you're wanting to do one of two things. Number one, you are looking for a way to get a free membership inside of I Am Mastery Academy, getting that two and free, as we call it. Or number two, you are looking to create residual income. And over the next few minutes, we're going to give you a step-by-step plan blueprint that you can follow, very simple system that you can apply right away to go out and get a free membership and or create residual income. And I just want to preface and start off with really what this looks like for you. And I can tell you, I Am Mastery Academy gives the incredible opportunity for people, obviously, not only to learn skills like trading and investing, just learning how to put their money to work, getting financially educated, having the community, the tools, the resources, the education, the whole nine, right? But they also give you the ability to become an affiliate. And this affiliate opportunity is really there, especially for myself. I was in $120,000 student loan debt when I first got introduced to the academy. And this was my ticket. This was my lottery ticket, if you will, to getting on the path to freedom, to really giving myself the ability to increase my income when my job just wasn't cutting it at the time. And so this is going to give you that ability to do so. And if you're on here and you're wanting to waive that membership, it really comes down to you sharing this with people, inside of your own, inside of your own space and pool of network, or creating that residual income. We'll talk about that as well. But they give you that affiliate opportunity to go out and share this and get compensated for it. And in one case, get a free membership when you introduce this to a couple of people. So I'm going to break this down, and I can tell you just really quickly. I want to just preface this. Without this business model side, I wouldn't have the financial means to invest like I've been able to, especially early on when I didn't have the disposable income, when I didn't have extra, cash flow coming in or saved. This gave me that extra 300, 600,000, even $2,000 now to put aside, to put away with the intention to invest. So many people, they don't have that extra income. That's why they do this in the first place. And so taking advantage of the free membership, creating the residual income gives you that boost, gives you kind of, that secret weapon, that edge that most people just don't have. The average American, 76% of Americans right now are living check to check, and they just aren't budgeting. They aren't disciplined with their finances. And who can in an economy like we're living today? And so we're here to obviously learn the skills that put our money to work. But we want that disposable income on the side to fund those investments, to fund our trading account as we grow and as we learn. So just wanted to preface that 80% of my investments have come from residual income here. I would not be where I'm at financially on the side without this. So pay attention. If you're here, it's for a good reason. We want to set you up for success. So there are 4 phases I'm going to break down, and honestly, very simple. We're going to kind of walk through these pretty quickly. And once you really learn how to lead a conversation, you're gonna realize how simple this is. But we're gonna go over the first phase, which is honestly the most important phase. This phase is gonna make the next steps seamless, very simple for you to follow. So step number 1, okay? In phase number 1, there's going to be 3 different steps you want to go through. Very simple. Step number 1 is, do you believe? Okay, you can't go out and share something if you don't believe it can work. Don't believe in the vision of where this can take you. You've got to be 100% clear, locked in on the fact that this is something that can take you to where you're trying to go. So obviously, when you first got started, hopefully the person that enrolled you helped you get set up. You guys talked about your goals. You talked about the reason for why you're here. That is going to be your driving force. But you've got to have belief that, hey, this is going to work. This is not only am I going to work, but I believe that this is the vehicle, the way to achieving the goals that I have. So number 1 is you've got to get real on that belief. And I can tell you, the more real that this becomes, the more you're going to just put in the work, because it's inevitable. It's going to happen. It's just time. It's you putting in the work. Time just has to go by, and you're going to see those results. So do you believe that this can help you? Do you see the vision of where this can take you. Okay. That is number one. You got to lock in on that. Number two, super simple. Who do you know? Most powerful question you could ask. Who do you know? Your network becomes your net worth. And I hope that you recognize inside of the academy here, as you start to put yourself out there and just, immerse yourself, start to participate, start to ask questions, start to engage and get involved with the community, with the people in your group chats, with the people that you see on Go Live, asking questions, on the live sessions. You literally become who you hang around. And so you may have people in your life right now. I'm going to make this really simple, that you can start to think about. Who do you know that would also be impacted by the value and would catch the vision of what we have here? Who do you know that is maybe looking to make an extra $600,000 a month? I can tell you in 2008, when the markets crashed, the average person would have been able to save themselves from bankruptcy, would have been able to save their marriage. Most divorces end because of money anyways. If they had an extra $600 coming in a month, and what if $600, I truly believe $600 a month can change your life. When you put in the right place, which they will show you here where to, place your money so that it can be positioned to grow. Your life will literally change in the next 2, 3, 4 years. Just give it time. So who do you know that would be able to be impacted by this, that would find value from this, that would be benefited by this? Okay. I'm not here to make their decision. I just got to give them the ball. The ball is in their court. I just have to make them aware of, hey, there is something more than just that 9 to 5 you're struggling in. There is more to life than just the job that you're banging your head against the wall, looking forward to the weekends, hating Mondays. Like, there is more to life. And I've got the wet, man. I've got the position. I can position you, get you on the path to freedom. Come do this with me. So we're gonna talk about who those people are in just a moment. But who do you know? Start thinking about those names. And then number 3 is making a list. Okay, make a list of the top 10 most driven, growth-oriented, influential people that you know. I'm sure people are starting to cycle through your mind right now. Who are those individuals? We're not talking crazy numbers. I said 10 people. I didn't say 100. But I will tell you, the bigger your list, the greater the opportunity you have to help people enroll. Number 1, get your free membership. You only need 2 people to get started and obviously be an active member inside of the community. And once you see the vision of this, why would you leave? There's so much opportunity here. This works when you work it. And so before I get into phase 2, I want to share with you really quickly the 3 different types of people that you're going to talk to. Okay. So this is still within phase 1. I just want to give you some perspective so that you are well equipped, you are well prepared going into this. Okay. So number 1, but prospect type number 1. When we say prospect, we mean people that are potential people that we could possibly partner up with, people that we could possibly do business with, help them get access to this. So there's 3 types of prospects. Number 1 is your hot market. Okay. We say market as if it's, your network, right? Hot market, people that, they know you, they like you, they trust you. These are, your best friends, your homies, your girlfriends, whoever, your family, good friends, people that know you, like you, and trust you. This is your hot market, meaning if you tell them to do something, they're going to do it. They're going to listen because they trust you. You're a reputable person, hopefully, right? And if you maybe say, hey, I've got something for you to take a look at, they're going to take a look at it because they trust you in your judgment and your guidance and your direction. Okay. So that is number 1. Prospect number 2 is your warm market. These are people that maybe you have more casual relationships with, friendships with, acquaintances, people maybe that you go to church with, that you see here and there. Maybe you have their phone number, their contact. You see them at church, you get their information. Coworkers, right? People maybe that you are going to school with right now. Maybe you're in college or university. I know a lot of gym goers, right? Maybe you see people in the hitting the weights on a regular basis. You can share this with them. Things like that. So that's warm market, people that you have a casual relationship with. And then the last one is cold market. Now, these are people that you don't know and they don't yet know you. Okay. People maybe that you will meet on social media. People maybe that you meet out and about. Maybe you're at a coffee shop, mall, whatever. Ubers, right? I didn't put that in there, but maybe people that you see from Ubers that you take, Lyfts, things like that, maybe the waiter or waitress at the restaurant. Okay. These are people that you don't yet know. They don't yet know you, but you can get maybe their contact information from there. Hey, you did such a good job serving us tonight. Hey, thank you so much. You were excellent. Like, we really appreciate you taking care of us tonight. How long have you been working here? Okay. So those are like conversations you could start in person, and you just get their information. You're not trying to, say, oh, here's all about IM Academy. You're just trying to get their info. Hey, awesome. I'd love to stay connected. Hey, awesome. I might actually have something for you. You should probably take a look at. Would love to send you some information if you'd like. Get their contact information. Super simple. Okay. So you got hot, warm, and cold. Now, if you are here just maybe trying to get a free membership, waive that monthly membership, you probably won't really get to this cold market phase, because you could probably do the 2 and free, okay, with your hot and your warm market. Now, if you are dead set, hey, I see the vision of this thing, I believe in this thing, I love the culture, the community, the value that I see here. I want to take this thing to the next level. I want residual income, multiple 4, 5, 6 figures. Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to step into this cold market territory, and we'll talk about that later on. So just wanted to share this with you really quickly. We're going to get into how to actually start the conversation as well. So let me move on to that. So that is phase 1. I just shared with you the first 3 steps and the different types of people you're going to talk to. Okay. Phase number 2 is you're going to start those. Now you're going to start those conversations. Okay. Phase number 2 is where you start the conversation. You're going to eventually find the reason why. Why would you even share this with them? Are they even qualified to do this? And we'll talk about qualification, what that even looks like. We want to work with people that, like I said here, they're driven, they're sharp, they're growth oriented, they're open minded. Okay, they're looking for something to better their situation. Okay, I don't want to work with somebody that's like this the whole time. I got to babysit you. I got to, drag you along. No, I want to work with people that see what I see. Okay, and I just got to get you in front of the right thing for you to be able to see it. Okay, and I want you guys to write this down, especially if you're brand new, whatever the case is. You don't have to have all the answers. I think at the beginning stages of my journey here, I think a lot of times we think that we have to have all of the answers. We have to have the results in order to even speak to somebody. Not at all, man. Like, I know, like, if I've never seen a movie before, but I want to go see a movie, maybe I see a teaser about it. Yeah, I'm going to be like, hey, friend, hey, so-and-so, you want to come see this movie? I saw a preview. It looks kind of cool. I have no idea what it's about, but I know that this is something that I could probably, get entertained by, maybe get value from. Same thing here. You saw a teaser, you saw a video, an inside look before you got started, and you didn't have to see any results to say, hey, this is something that could bring me value. This is something that, can take me somewhere. It gave me a vision beyond, greater than just my situation. That's why I talk to people, man. And not only the results that I've seen now, several years later, but in the beginning, I was going based off of belief right here. Do I believe that this can take me to where I want to go? So that's where you need to come. That's the approach. That's the posture of like, hey, I'm doing this, and I'd love for you to do this with me. And this is the type of people that we're looking for. So not to go on a side tangent, I'm just trying to give you as much perspective here to build your belief and your faith and your perseverance as you do this. Because this thing is not only going to change your life, but it's going to transform you from the inside out if you stick around long enough. So phase number 2 is we got to start these conversations. We got to find the reason why we would share this with them in the first place. And then we want to, of course, invite them to what we call an exposure. We want to expose them to the information, either through a video, a Zoom call, which, by the way, as of right now, we have Zoom calls happening every single week. Make sure you get inside of the chat. You'll see the call schedule. It sometimes changes, so I don't want to say the times on the call right now. This video is meant to be lasting for anybody to take advantage of and watch. But just look at the chat. We have Zoom overviews every week as of right now that you guys can plug people into, as well as getting people to a local event. If there's an event happening in your city, you can invite them to that as well. So let me get into this real quick, starting the conversation. Now, I wanted to share this with you. The initial conversation, like the initial text that you're going to send to your people, is going to be slightly different for each type of prospect, hot, warm, and cold, okay? The initial text that you're going to send will be slightly different for each type of prospect, but the remainder of the conversation will be relatively the same. The only one that kind of will be different is the hot market. And it's because they already know you. Like if you could call your homie, you could call your friend right now, you know exactly who they are, get them on the phone and say, hey, like it's urgency. That's all. Let me just say that right now. That's all this is. It's you having a sense of urgency and enthusiasm. People buy into your enthusiasm, your belief, and that urgency. Hey, I gotta get on the phone with you right now. I don't even know if this is gonna be something that is for you or not, but I know that we've had conversations about getting to that next level in our life, and this is something what I've been what I just started with, what I'm starting to do right now, what I've been locking in on. Like you need to take a look at. Like you see my tonality, that is what gets people over the line to take a look. And especially if it's your homies, your friends, your whatever, like good friends, family, they're going to at least take a look and see what it is. I mean, I got my sister started in this. I've gotten my family members, my cousins, my cousin does this with me. And so it's that enthusiasm. So you can call, which I recommend if it's your homies, good friends, family, just give them a call, man. Just get on the phone with them and say, hey, I got something you need to take a look at. Yeah, I don't have a lot of time right now to like explain it. I'm not even qualified to explain this information to you, okay? But all I know is I saw what I saw, and I want you to see what I was able to see as well. What I was able to see as well. I've got a video. It's 10 minutes. Can you take a look at it today? Like we need to talk ASAP. I gotta run, but I gotta run right now. But I'd love to send this video over to you. Like that's what you're doing on the phone. It's not scary. It's not scary. Like this is something that people need. Like genuinely, they need. People don't have money that's working for them. And I say this all the time, and this is just a side note here, people in America specifically, but all over the world for sure, don't have money at work. They're not like, if you're my age, you're definitely not going to retire with a pension, Social Security, 401k, mutual fund. Like, no. And I'm not betting on the government to come and save me. Absolutely not. Like, I'm not waiting on the economy to get better for me to get better. I'm going to create my own personal economy. People need this. I have conversations with people every single week who are in their 60s, 70s, 80s, who are working a job, not because they want to, but because they have to. And it's because when they were in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, they did not invest. Every time they got paid, they spent their money. They didn't put it in a place where it could grow. They didn't have a plan for their money to grow and multiply. I'm telling you, people need this. They don't recognize that it looks like this, but people need this. And it's our job. If you see the vision of this, dang well this can help you. This is putting you on the path to freedom, to actually giving you a shot at freedom in this lifetime. We're just putting the ball in people's court. We're just positioning them for success. It's up to them to make that decision. Okay. So there's no prejudgment here. I'm just giving you the opportunity to decide if you're going to take a look, if you're going to do this with me. Cool. Don't come at me when I didn't try to put you on. Okay. So the hot list conversation starter. Hey, so-and-so, hey, Alex. And again, you know how you talk to your friends best. So this is just a template. You can adjust this and the wording based on how you speak to your friends. Again, I would call them if it's your hot market, but if you have to send a text, send a text. Okay. Hey, Alex, I know this is kind of random. I know this may seem kind of random out of the blue, however you speak to your friends. But I know, like, you've always been really driven about your goals. Like I know how important just personal growth, self-improvement is to you. I wanted to send you a text directly. I wanted to DM you right away, talk to you right away about what I've been working on, man, like about what I've been, doing for the last couple of weeks, what I've just started, what I've been doing for the last several months, wherever you're at in your stage right now. And I know, and you can talk about maybe personal conversation. I know, with my friends, we would always talk about, how we wanted to be at this level one day, how we wanted to accomplish these goals and these dreams and, get the house, get the this, whatever, hey, I know, like, based on our conversations, this is something that can finally take us to that next level. Like no pressure at all, bro. No pressure at all, sis. But I think you should at least take a look at this. Like at the very least, you need to take a look at this for yourself. I know what I saw, and I believe if you see what I saw, things are going to change for you. When do you have a few minutes? I need to send you a video. I need you to check this out. And that's the conversation. So anybody can do this. You can send a voice message, you can text, you can phone call. That is the hot list. Okay. That is number one. The biggest point here is just speak to your friends with urgency, and some posture, because you have a plan. You have a plan. Okay. Warm list. These are, again, acquaintances, people that you know, they know you, but you don't really know them enough. So you maybe aren't going to speak to them like this. Okay. So something that we've been doing, and this is actually a text that has enrolled nearly a dozen people in a week. We've been leveraging this message format, and I believe if you apply it to people on your warm market list, maybe people that you haven't talked to in a while, for those of you that have maybe been here and haven't really built your business out yet, or maybe you're getting your start and you've exhausted your hot list, meaning you've already gone through everybody in your family, friends made that list, you've already gone through that. Well, now you can start going through that warm list, those acquaintances, things like that. You can send out a text literally just like this. I can show you, like, literally send me a text message and I will show you the conversations that I've been having just from doing this. Like, so simple. It's so simple. Something like, hey, Alex, I know it's been a minute since we last talked, and honestly don't know where you're at in your life right now. So no pressure at all. Just wanted to DM you directly and see if you'd be open to talking further about trading and investing. I have a very unique opportunity right now in this space that I thought you may want to take a look at. This is really simple. Obviously, if you want to curate some of the words, you can. I do say trading and investing directly because what I want to do is I want to frame the conversation. Hey, this is what we're talking about. And it's okay if they say no, but most people, they're not investing. Okay. At least to the point where they're going to have a minimum of 3 to 5 million by the time they want to retire. No, most people are not. They're not doing that. So I can have confidence in the conversation to talk to them. Okay. Most people don't know how to build wealth. So I can have confidence going into the conversation of, like, you need a plan, man. And just kind of going from there. And so you have this conversation starter. I'll get to what happens next, but this is for your warm list. And then for those that are wanting to really go out and build this thing, you need to make sure that you hit your hot list and your warm list first. And then the cold list, this is actively, what you can do on social media specifically. Okay. You can go to, just as an example, you can go to pages like Gary V, Grant Cardone, I'm losing some people here, Lewis Howes. I mean, just think of any entrepreneurial based influencer, Mel Robbins, okay? All of these guys have kind of their own demographic, but find a couple people, a couple pages that you can go to, maybe even pages that are surrounded by your common interests, right? And, you find people on the post, maybe they like it, they comment, they share it, and you direct message them, like a couple posts, comment on a post on their page, and send them this message. This is how I've built my business over the last several years. This is how I've had residual income, and I've been able to personally enroll people now for the last 7 years at the time of this video, just from doing this. How I literally have not missed, thank God, like, so grateful, have not missed a residual check for the last 7 years from literally doing this. Okay. I know it works, and we just got to scale from here. So this is kind of the text that you would send. Okay. Something like this. Hey, Alex, I know we don't know each other, but I found you through Gary B, fill in the blank, and you seem really driven about your growth and your goals. Okay. Fill in the blank, whatever you want to put there. This is just really simple. And then what you're doing is you're sending this first, send, and then you're sending this message, send. Okay. Just wanted to DM you directly and see if you'd be open to talking further about creating income online. If not, no pressure at all. Okay. Really simple. Really simple. There's no like pitching or anything like that. It's just seeing if they're open. If they're open, then we're going to go into the next step. So I know this was a little bit of me explaining. Again, I just want to give as much context and perspective as possible so that you have the understanding of what you're doing, why you're doing it, and where you're going. So phase 2, start conversations, find the reason. That's what we're doing next. And we're going to invite them to what we call an exposure, that video or Zoom. So really quick, I'm going to just share this with you. You can pause this video to see all of these questions here, but this is what we're doing. We're finding the reason. Once we get that, yes, that green light from them here. Yeah, I'd be open to talking. Yeah, I'd love to check it out. Yeah, we can talk further. You can move to the next step. You're getting permission. Now, what I what I recommend you to do now that you've framed the conversation, instead of, having you guys have had conversations with people where you're talking about literally everything but how you can help them, their dog, their cat, it's raining outside, the weather, all these things that, just they're not supportive to how you can help them. Okay. I'm all for, having a conversation, but this is not the time and the place. Okay. So when I have DM conversations, I am there with a purpose and with a mission to serve and lead you. That's what I'm doing. And people will be, then this is the other thing I'm going to give perspective about, is if we don't step up as leaders, okay, and challenge people in conversations, people are going to continue to choose their excuses instead of choosing to make it happen. They're going to continue to choose their excuses and be in their situation, dealing with the same money problems for the last 5-10 years, not getting ahead, still having more month than money left over at the end of the month. We're the ones that can challenge them to see and choose differently. That's why I'm a big proponent of asking the right questions with the intention of leading them. Everybody wants to be led. We have to ask the right questions to lead them properly in the right way. So finding the reason, you guys can screenshot this. These are just some questions that you can ask. I would honestly, these first few, ask them in this order. You'll see why. And again, depending on what they say, you can make adjustments. If you need some help, you can always reach out in our group chats. Okay. So they're going to say, yes, I'd love to talk. Yes, I want to hear some more. Yes, we can chat. Awesome. Yeah, for sure. Great. Sounds great. Whatever. I can definitely share some details just to get a better understanding. What do you do for work? What do you do for income, work right now? What do you do for work, income right now? And then next text you send, and what's maybe motivating you to even consider other possible income options. These two questions are so powerful because you get what they're actually doing, and you get what they're going to tell you, their struggles. They're going to tell you the actual problem right here. Okay. These questions are so good. And it's not just leverage for you, because now you're finding that reason, that core reason, but it's getting them to acknowledge, like, hey, I actually need to make a change. Hey, I've been dealing with the same problem and I've been, putting it under the rug for the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I need to do something about it. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I'm having this conversation with you. Okay. So they're going to say whatever they say. You're going to say, okay, I gotcha. Totally understand. Like, keep this first part, like, really brief, like cut and dry to the point. Hey, I gotcha. Totally get it. Totally understand. How long, so important. How long has this kind of been going on? How long has this been going on for? Has it been something you've wanted to change and do more recently? Has this been something you wanted to change more recently, or has it been a while now? This question is so powerful because it gives perspective. How long have you been dealing with this thing and you haven't done anything about it? Okay. Now you're going to get their answer. I'm going to just give you an example. You can say, I got you, okay. Wow. 2 years. I understand. Okay. Thanks for sharing that. Whatever. Since this has been going on for a while now, since this has been going on for 2 years now, are you at a place where you'd rather continue to figure things out on your own? Or do you feel like your back is against the wall and you're really wanting to seek some help to change? I know that was a little bit of a mouthful, but I promise you, when they read that thing, it's going to be like, dang, it's been 2 years and I'm still in the same spot. It's been 5 years. I'm still in the same spot. This question is so powerful. And these are questions like today. I could literally show you screenshots of conversations that I'm having right now where I'm asking these questions and I'm getting responses that are not just helping me get leverage, but it's helping them. I don't want them to choose the same excuses that are keeping them where they're at for the next 2 more years. So one of the questions, I didn't put it in here. Oh yeah, I did. Right here. This is a great question. Okay. And you can kind of gauge where you ask it, but typically you'd probably ask it next, just curious. The only reason I ask, or whatever, why is that important for you? Why is this important for you to change now versus waiting another 2 years? This question is so like, all these questions are obviously powerful. I know you're probably like, oh my gosh, this is great. But it's great for them. It's great for them because we want them to make a decision to do something about it. Like, I want you to win. I believe in you. I see value in this, and this can add value to you. So why is this important for you to change now instead of going another 2 years and not doing anything at all? Okay. Other like kind of follow-up questions, depending on where the conversation's at. Have you tried to do anything in the past to create more income outside your job? You know, has it generated the income that you're looking for? Maybe they say, yes, I have. You could ask, you know, okay, well, has it generated the income that you're looking for? What were you unsatisfied? You know, what didn't you like about it? Whatever. Okay. What goals have you been wanting to achieve that you haven't been able to do, you know, since whatever. So these are great questions. These are clarifying questions. You know, hey, if you don't understand what somebody had, like, if you don't understand what somebody says, ask them, hey, can you unpack that for me? You know, I'm not sure I understand. Can you unpack that for me? Hey, what do you mean by that? Can you elaborate? If you don't understand something, the worst thing that you want to do here is just talk a lot. You don't want to talk a lot. You want to give them the opportunity to just get what they need to get out. And I will tell you, these are questions right here that you will mostly ask for that warm list, cold list. Okay. When you are on hot list, you're gonna get them right to this next part. You're gonna kind of skip the find the reason unless you legitimately don't know, then maybe ask some of those questions. But when you are on the hot list, you're gonna get them right to a video. Okay. And I will actually show you the video here. I think I can pull it up. It's incomesecrets.com. It's a 12-minute video. It's great breakdown as of right now. But I don't want to put it on here actually because we might change it in the future, and I want this video to be something you guys can always go back to with, you know, just constant credible information. So just reach out to the person that you're working with. They'll send you the current video that we are working with right now to send out. Okay. So again, hot market, hot list, you're not going to probably do all of this because you know them already. Your warm market, cold market, you don't necessarily maybe know these details about them. So that's why you're asking. Okay. For hot lists, like you don't necessarily need to go here. You're going to go right to the invite. So once you get this information down, okay, you're going to move into the invite. And the invite's going to sound something like this. You're going to get to a point where you've collected enough information about them. You know, you got that reason, and you're going to invite them. You know, hey, I definitely hear you there. You know, hey, I really appreciate you sharing all that with me. You know, hey, I totally can appreciate where you're coming from. I've been in a similar situation, you know, for a while myself, and I definitely needed to make a real change. You know, throw something in there that's relatable to you. Real change in my life. Okay. I'd love to share some info with you that could possibly help. Send that message and then send this message. I have a video. It's about 12 minutes to send over. It will break everything down and what that would look like for you. This message is so important because it gives them context of, hey, I'm going to send you a video. It's going to break everything down and what it would look like for you. I'm putting, like, everybody's asking them, what's in it for me? That's what they're asking themselves. So this little part that you can add in here, what that would look like for you, very powerful. When's a good time to send it and talk after? Okay. Once they give you that time, like I had an individual today. We were talking yesterday and he asked if I could send him the video today at 1 p.m. his time. So I asked him what his time zone was. He was an hour ahead of me. I set an alarm in my phone, sent him the video, and we got to talking after, and now we have a call set up. So very, very, very important. So send the video at the time that they set for you, and you're going to do what's next here. So let me give you this. We just finished phase 2. Now we're on phase 3. I'll just show you phase 4 so that you can see it. But phase 3, after you've sent that video, you are going to follow up. Okay, you're going to follow up. And what you're going to do when you follow up is you're going to ask them, what did they like best? Hey, would love to hear. Hey, so-and-so, would love to hear what you like best. You could say, you could add that in there. See yourself using the most from everything you saw. Hey, what'd you like best from everything you saw? Hey, what did you like best? And see yourself using the most from everything you saw. Say something like that, okay? Now they're going to respond. And what you're doing next is you're going to identify questions and objections. You kind of want that to come out here. A lot of people avoid this part. They don't really get into the challenging questions to ask to get those objections, to pull those objections out. I would hate for you to get on a call and get to the end where you are literally about to get them started and they come up with an objection that you could have handled right now. Okay. And most objections, they're money, but it's not really money. It's just value. Do you see the value or not? It's time, but we all know, like, you only need a few hours a week, and what's really taking more priority than something like this, where you haven't been able to make additional income in the last 5 years. I think this needs to become priority. You have 3 to 5 hours. Check the amount of time you spend on your phone every day. I think you can plug into this for an hour a day to financially educate yourself and get your money to work. I'm just keeping it real, right? Or, I need to do more research. I need to think about it. No, you don't. You've seen 3 exposures. You've seen 2 exposures. You've seen information. You don't need to think about it. You don't need more information. Like legitimately, you don't. The academy's here. The only thing that maybe you need to think about is how you're going to prioritize this into your schedule. But you don't need 3 months to think about that. You need a day or so to outline. Okay, this is how I'm going to manage my schedule now. So we want to get those questions and objections out. Oh, no, and then the last one is belief. Do you believe that this can actually work for you? And a lot of times people don't necessarily not believe in this. They just need the clear plan of like what's next. And sometimes you just need to share that with them. The belief thing is mostly in them. They don't believe that they're going to commit. It's not that this doesn't work, man. It's most people just don't believe that they're going to commit to this. So we want to identify those questions and objections here. So whatever they say to this initial follow-up question, hey, would love to hear what you like best, but everything you saw from the video, from the Zoom, from the event, all you're gonna do is you're gonna relate and agree. Whatever they say, hey, I love that. Hey, that's awesome. I totally agree. That's actually what I saw too. That's actually my favorite part. That's exactly what I use as well. That's actually what I'm using right now. That's been the best thing for me. That's crazy. That's exactly what I saw. You're just relating and agreeing. And a lot of times what I like to do here is I'll just send them a message back, or I'll send them a quick voice message and say, hey, like, that's amazing. I love that you saw that as well. Like, that's one of the most powerful parts about this is the community. So you're just expanding a little bit more on what they said, is the community, is the crypto pack, is being able to, leverage these educators and tools to put our money to work. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. And then what you're going to say next is this. Okay. And this is where you're going to get those questions and objections. Awesome. So right now, Alex, on a scale 1 to 10, 1 being you don't see the value in this at all, and 10 being you would like to start your trading and investing journey right away. Where do you stand? I want to know where they're at. Some people are going to tell you a 3 or 4. Usually you really won't get that unless it's just absolutely not for them. And maybe you just didn't qualify very well up here. Or there's another reason, I'm not sure. We can dig into that. You just ask them, hey, what's holding you back? If they don't tell you, like, if they don't tell you after this, like, their reason, they just say, oh, I'm a 4. Ask them, well, what, just curious, what's holding you back from a 10? Oh, okay, a 4. Wow. Like, just curious, what's holding you back from a 10? If they're a 7, 8, 9, like, yeah, we've got to get them, started. And so, hey, like, I love that you're a 7, hey, I love that you're an 8. Just curious, what's keeping you from a 10? They're going to tell you. That's a golden question. What's keeping you from a 10? What's holding you back from a 10? We want those objections. We want to hear those questions. And really the next step is right here. We want to schedule that 3-way call. Now, I don't want to be in the text message state to answer questions and objections if I don't have to. I want to get on a call and I want to show them. I want to get them introduced to my mentor, my upline. I want to give them the heavy lifting. That's the power of a 3-way call, is you can leverage somebody else's success, testimony, and story and be able to get them in front of that person. And so that's what we're doing next. So depending on what they say here, you just ask them what's holding you back. They're going to tell you, you're going to say something like this. Okay. Hey, I can tell, hey, I can appreciate that. I can tell you have some questions. I can tell you have some concerns. I can tell you're really serious and you're the type of person that is committed. Okay. And I definitely want to make sure that we can answer all of your questions. I definitely want to make sure that we at least answer your questions so you get a full scope, a full picture of what this is and how this could possibly, help you in your goals. I'd love to set up a call to walk you through what that looks like. I'd love to set up a call, with you to help answer those questions, to help you answer your concerns, blah, blah, blah. How's your availability this afternoon or tomorrow? How's your availability in the next day or 2? Okay. So whatever maybe their number is, where they're at with their objections, that's what you would kind of do next. Now, again, everything's going to be situational. So if you need additional help, just reach out in the chats. We're here. But this is kind of the gist of what you're going to say. If they're like a 7, 8, 9, yeah, you're going to say literally just this. I'd love to set up a call to walk you through the next steps. to help you grow toward your goals, help you hit your goals. Okay, you want to ask them their time, and maybe you even give them a time back. How's your availability this afternoon or tomorrow? I can actually do today at 6 p.m. I can actually do tomorrow at 4 p.m. Okay, make sure to confirm the time zone. And then once they give you the time, okay, perfect. Now this is the part that most people will not do, but I promise you, don't skip it. Don't skip it. The more people that I've had filled out this form, the likelihood I'm able to help them get started. And it's not only, it sets the right expectations for both sides, so we don't waste any time. Okay, this last part here, what you're gonna do, and I'm gonna, this may change moving forward in the way that which we do it. But we have a qualification form. Now, this qualification form is really powerful. Ask the person that you're working with to send you that. This form basically gives the right expectation and prepares that person for what to expect next. And it also prepares us to see where are they actually at. Okay, is the numbers that they gave us, accurate? Are they, is this really what they need right now? So on and so forth. So this is what I say next. Okay, perfect. I have that locked in. What I want to do is I have a quick form. If you can actually fill this out before the call, this will prepare you for the next steps. This will prepare you for that call. Okay. I want to make sure that you are fully supported. I want to make sure that you are fully equipped. Okay. You come fully prepared so that I'm also, so that I may also be able to have, so that I may also be able to help you. This last part right here, you can throw this in there. I would definitely just let them know, like, hey, I may also be able to have one of my mentors jump on for a couple minutes if they're free. Okay, I want to make sure that you are fully supported. With that being said, I may actually have one of my mentors, be able to jump on for a couple minutes if they're free. That way you give them some context of like, hey, I want to make sure that you're fully supported. We get your questions answered. They've been doing this for a lot longer than me. I might actually be able to get them on the call for a couple minutes if they're free. Okay. And then if they give you the okay, awesome. I'm going to send this form over to you. Please let me know once you've gone through it, once you've completed it, once you've filled it out. Okay. So, and then you can just check the form, send me a text, send me a message. We can check that for you because we'll get the form here. And we can screenshot their responses to you. So I would go through the form as well, just to make sure that you know the questions that they're going to answer. But yeah, this is a long call for a good reason, to give you a lot of context. But as you're doing this, it's not going to be long. This is going to go by really fast. I'm just giving you a lot of context on this call because I want you to understand what you're actually doing and where you're going. So the last part here, guys, on phase 4 is you are going to, once you confirm this with your prospect, okay, you are going to confirm that call with your mentor upline. So a lot of you may be working with me, maybe working with other individuals on the team, and you want to make sure that you send them a text, send them a phone call saying, hey, I have somebody that would be available at this time. Can you jump on the call? And if for whatever reason, maybe myself or whoever you're working with is not available, they can always, reach out to me directly, or we have other people that you can leverage. Just ask, say, hey, I'm not available. Let me see if so-and-so is. Okay. So you want to make sure that you confirm that call. Even if it's like, we'll usually just jump on for a couple minutes. And then on the call, this is the last part here, is we want to edify whoever your mentor upline is that you're getting on the call with. Okay. Now I would take a screenshot of this. This is just a very generic example. And I would keep it really simple. Okay. When you're on the call, it's very important that you edify your upline. You edify your coach, your mentor, the person that is jumping on there, because you need to show, it's edification. You need to show like, hey, this person can help you. This person has, created success, has created results, and is able to duplicate that for you, can guide you. So what we're doing is we're edifying the mentor, and then we're going to introduce, okay, the person, the prospect on the other line. Now, we do not ever want to out edify the prospect to the mentor. We always want the mentor to be edified greater than the prospect. And this is for leverage purposes on the call. So I'll give you a quick example. Hey, what's going on? This is how you would start the call. Once the mentor is on, once the prospect is on, just a little key here. Do not ever let your mentor come on the call if the prospect is not on the call first. Okay, the prospect has got to be on the call first, and then I always will text Mike Sotero and say, hey, they're on, I'm ready, and he jumps on. I never let Mike just wait on the call for my prospect. Absolutely not. So this is what we say, hey, everybody's on. Hey, appreciate you guys for being here. What's going on? Appreciate you both for being here. I wanted to make sure, Alex, you are fully supported as you start this journey. I want to make sure that you're fully supported and get those questions that you have answered, those concerns that you have answered. Just a little background, Alex and I have been Facebook friends for a while now. I recently showed her I Am Academy. She's currently working and is wanting more out of life. She doesn't yet have money working for her and really wants to be able to provide for her family more than she's doing right now. From the video that I showed her and even the Zoom call that she was on, she loved the crypto side and is wanting to see the next steps, is wanting to, but she just has some questions about the platform. And that's really why I wanted to connect you with my mentor, Abby, my mentor, Mike, whoever it is on the call with you. They've been helping myself and hundreds of people, grow and get on track to increasing their income, get on the path to, creating freedom in their life. Just leverage whatever their goals are, fill in the blank right there. I know that they'll be able to help guide you as well. She actually only has a few minutes, so I want to make sure we have enough time to talk. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to you, Abby. And then what you do after that is you mute yourself. Do not talk, do not talk, do not talk. You mute yourself and you do not talk, okay? You mute yourself and you do not talk. And the mentor is going to do their thing. And you take notes because that's going to be you next, okay? If you want to build the business. So, and then from there, you're either going to get them started or you're going to set the next follow-up. Bam Fam means book a meeting from a meeting. Never leave a meeting without booking the next meeting. So with that being said, just a recap. I know this call was long, but I hope it was of the most value to you, perspective. And biggest thing is you go out and apply this and reach out for help. Do not just keep getting results, or do not just keep going through the motions and not seeing the results that you want to see. Get clarification. If you need help, we want to help you. Residual income has changed my life in ways priceless. I can't even tell you. And I know that the membership, 2 and free, getting that waived, will take care of a lot of people as well. And so you got the vision, you have the plan. Now go and apply the plan. This will be up on the YouTube for those that are on this call right now. I appreciate you guys, and I look forward to helping y'all on the inside. Let's go out and get it.